Raina Shaw, you'd like to know? Raina Shaw is loyal, she's a good friend, she's giving, she's a businesswoman. I'm actually quite comical. I keep it real, quick-witted, crazy, generous, fun. She's a nice looking girl, but she'll take you to the woodshed also. She's moody sometimes. I'm hardworking and I never run out of things to say. I am Raina Shaw from Los Angeles, California. When my parents came to Inglewood was an upwardly mobile community where the people wanted something out of life. And my mom was like very glamorous. I guess my dad too, they both were like good dressers or whatever. And that's where I got my fashion sense from. As a little girl, I was always very prissy and girly, and I couldn't wait to wear big hair and eyelashes. I was trying to wear a bra before I had anything to put in it. I just couldn't wait to do all those girly grown-up things. I know this sounds corny, but my biggest inspiration really is my mother. You know, a lot of people say a lot of celebrities. My dad's from Alabama. I guess I have a Southern upbringing as far as I like the cooking. Everybody says I have a Southern accent also, so I don't know where that came from, but anyway, I have it. I was born in Los Angeles, raised in Inglewood. I don't really know how my parents being from the South has influenced me. I'm sure that it has. Out of all the places that I've been, LA is still one of my favorite places. I'm pretty much a LA girl, authentic LA girl. Lowriders, all of that, I'm a LA girl. I became interested in modeling in the 11th grade. I had an interest in it at a young age, and my mother would take Polaroids and we would just go around to all the agencies, Nina Blanchard, Fontaine, Mary Webb Davis, all the model agencies that were like popular at the time. I went to John Casablanca's School of Modeling, graduated from there, and they had a connection with LA Models, who was just starting at the time, and I was one of the first models that they took on to represent. There was a magazine that someone left in the classroom. It was July 1980 issue of Ebony. It had Beverly Johnson on the cover, and it had the top 10 black models in the world, and I was like, okay, you look similar to these women. And that was a turning point for me, because up until 11th grade, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. My first job was a swimwear show at the California Mart. I had auditioned at California Mart prior, but I didn't have an agent. So when I went back with an agent, they remembered and they were excited about booking me for a show. And then thereafter, I did a hair color ad. And the campaign was called Show Your Colors, and the name of the hair color was Highlight. So that was exciting. That was like $2,500 for one day at 19 years old. So that was very exciting. I went to Paris when I was 19 for the first time, and I was scared to death. I didn't speak the language or anything, but I worked in a beauty salon on Crenshaw doing nails and saving my money. And I was determined to go. At first my parents said no, but then we kind of came to the conclusion at the same time that I was saving my own money, so I was gonna go anyway. So June 1985, I touched down in London first, and then I went over to Paris, and I met the top photographer, one of the top in the world, according to Yves Saint Laurent, Roland Bianchini, and he kind of took me under his wing. My lifestyle in Paris as a model, I guess it has this glamour to it, but it's the glamour is more of a veneer. It's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of competition. The competition is fierce. And when you're a model of color, it's even more fierce because there are not a lot of slots for you. But basically, I went on castings and came home and went to bed. It kind of wore on me though, a lot of the things in the modeling industry, and I didn't really stay maybe as long as I should. I kind of moved on to other things. My involvement in the music industry included producing concerts for a lot of the reggae dance hall artists, Lady Saul, Beanie Man, Shabba Ranks, an array of other reggae artists. When I got into the music industry working for Don Taylor, his most famous client is Bob Marley, but he also represented Mickey Howard, Soul to Soul, Marvin Gaye at one time, Little Anthony and the Imperials, and he was also a music publisher that had a vast catalog. And that was pretty much my entree. When I got into the music industry working for Don, I began to assist him when he produced concerts for Shabba Ranks. He was signed on to produce concerts exclusively at the height of his career when he was signed to Epic and was doing quite well over there. I produced a concert with Yolanda Adams at the Forum, the Williams Brothers, so I kind of ventured off into gospel. I also facilitated the contract with Kenny Smith, the gospel artist, at MCA. And from that deal going forth, the album So Real was the result of it, which was nominated for a Grammy, and Kenny also won the Stellar Award. What fascinated me about the industry was that I came in contact with a lot of people that were doing what they loved and what they had a passion for. And people that have a passion for what they do, to me, they're always easier to work with. And I kind of made my exit from music because I didn't really have a passion for it. My passion has always been with fashion, beauty, hair, makeup, and so I kind of took a turn and went in that direction. It was just a natural transition. I knew a lot of celebrity hairstylists personally, and they knew that I did my own hair, so they would always say, "Girl, you missed your call, you need to be doing hair." I went to cosmetology school and got the license and everything, and immediately I went into Yuko System Salon in Beverly Hills. They had a pretty extensive celebrity clientele. That was a good experience, but I wanted to branch out from there. So I went into the Regis Corporation, which they were bought out by Vidal Sassoon. So we had all the training that salon stylists at Vidal Sassoon get. Career-wise, I just finished working with an all-girl 80s band. I was their exclusive hairstylist for about a year and a half. And it's time to move onward and upward. That was a good experience, but it's time to move on. I have a fabulous line of shirts that are high-end that I would love for Mick Jagger or maybe Gene Simmons of Kiss, and you know, a lot of other celebrities that like a little flash and pizzazz. You know, call me up, you guys. I got some nice stuff. And also, I like to get into the realm of reality TV. I think that you have a lot of fabulous women in reality TV, but there's only one Raina Shaw, and it will be better when I arrive. My book, Ridiculous Situations, is an awesome book that I wrote. I decided to write that book because I was dubbed the salon chair therapist when I worked in the salon. We would actually stay in the salon talking about man problems till like midnight. I said, "Look, girls, I gotta go home. I'm gonna write y'all a book. Get the book." What I could tell you about it in a nutshell, Google it and go out and buy it. There's a lot of important information in there about self-esteem. Raina Shaw in 5 words: I am just too much.